Hey guys, Sean Little with Air Patrol Tactical. Wanted to do a review today over the Ruger American Precision and 450 Bushmaster, and then this particular rifle has a Sightmark, and I believe this is a 3 to 16 power digital night vision. So not a thermal. Initially I thought it was a thermal, but it's digital night vision. So it's a day and night scope. I zeroed this during the daytime, zeroing this for a coworker. But this rifle overall, budget rifle, but it comes with some decent features. One of the features I don't like is the plastic stock, but comes with a muzzle brake. So this actual muzzle brake on the 450 Bushmaster is actually pretty nice. And then it comes with an external small box magazine. For the 450 Bushmaster, it held 3 rounds. You could combat load this, so you could put 4 rounds in the gun, 1 in the chamber, 3 in the magazine, and it would be pretty nice. Overall, the only complaint I've ever had about these rifles is the stock. And you can see on this side, the barrel channel is considerably closer than the other side there. So you get way too much flex in these plastic stocks. I used it off a rest to get this thing sighted in, and but overall, the rifle shot well. It did okay. If he upgraded the stock, it'd be much better system. But comes with a Picatinny rail, and then with the Sightmark, it actually was very nice during the daytime. Getting this thing zeroed. They have the one-shot zero system. I had to start at 25 yards to get it on paper. So that was the first shot. They have a one-shot zero deal, so that was the second shot after doing the one-shot zero. Now granted, that's at 25 yards, but that's actually pretty good. So we're gonna move back to 50 and see what the difference is, and we'll move back to 100 and move back to 50. All right, so shot number 3, 12 o'clock straight over the top. That's at 50 yards. So we're gonna do the one-shot zero process again, and then we'll shoot a confirmation. We'll drop back to 100 and see what we get. And then once I get back to 100, I'm not really sure if the rifle was not holding accuracy or if the night vision was not holding accuracy. So one of the big things with this rifle scope was initially up at 25 and 50 yards, the one-shot zero thing was really good. I mean, almost dead center every single time. Did really well. And I shot a 3-round group that actually printed out of this rifle very well. So zeroing this was not difficult. It was actually pretty nice. The control features are right here at the back of the Optic, and it's push button, very easy. It's got a built-in scope cap, which was actually decent and didn't come open. The batteries over here, it takes 4 AA batteries. I'm sure it calls for lithium ion. I'm not sure what he has in here. But initially I thought the rifle was too much recoil and it was causing the Optic to shut down, and however, it just wound up being that the battery life was dead. I had a spare extra set of batteries that he gave me. I threw those in there and it did just fine. I was able to handle the recoil no problem and didn't shut down, didn't freeze up on me. But initially when I started zeroing this thing, it would freeze up on me and or shut down. So but that just wound up being that the batteries were dead, and I wound up putting fresh batteries in there and it did just fine. So the other thing this has is the built-in little port over here, so you can hook up recorders and things like that. And I believe it's yeah, it's 2 different. It's got an SD card, internal memory, and then it's also got a built-in little cable system, so you can hook up a recorder, so which is pretty nice. So price-wise, as a budget, he's using this as a hog gun. So when it comes with the light, the Sightmark comes with the little IR illuminator on this. Don't think it's that great of a mount, because you can actually move this thing, which is okay. I mean, if you're in the field and you need to adjust this, it's kind of nice to be able to just reach up there. But I would have a set of tools to be able to like get this thing lined up where I want it to be and then tighten everything down. And then carrying spare batteries, the battery life, I'm not sure exactly what the battery life is on this, but it didn't seem, I did some playing around with it. here at the house, and then once I get up to the range. So I'm thinking it's probably got about a 30-minute runtime on 4 AA batteries. And I'm sure they make some sort of an external battery pack or something for this, or you can purchase an aftermarket one. But once you do a recorder and a battery pack and all this other stuff, then the $500 night vision that you bought kind of gets into 6, 7, depending on what you get. So just keep in mind, once you start stacking stuff on top of this, one, you're adding weight, and the other one is you're adding cost to the system. So the other thing is the screws on this. I did, I think I did 50 or 55 inch pounds on the screws, and the rear screw seemed to be just fine. The front screw, I didn't want to keep twisting on it. I didn't want to bust this thing. It didn't seem like it was pulling through, but it didn't really seem like it was tightening up as much as I wanted it to. I'm not sure. It got snug, but I didn't go to the torque limiter. Weight wise, this is probably about an 8-pound gun. I'll go weigh it actually real quick and see what it is. The other drawback to this is you have a very low cheek rest on this. My cheek was touching, but the sight height, being that it's at least 3 inches, if not more, I would really like to have a cheek rest for this, or some sort of a riser. You can buy the clamp-on ones, or buy like a Eagle stock pack or something like that, build it up. So having some sort of a cheek rest on here would be really nice to add to it and make it more comfortable to shoot. And the trigger on this, the Ruger Precision, is very nice. It's actually not bad. It's probably about 4 pounds. Didn't have a lot of issues with the trigger. Trigger broke nicely. Really like the trigger on these, especially for being a hunting rifle. So this is marketed as a lightweight hunting rifle. Okay, so I did the trigger weight on this rifle, and it came up to 3 pounds 12 ounces is the average. I did 5 trigger pulls on this. It was very consistent. So I went in and weighed this on the digital scale, and it came up to 8 pounds as configured. So it's got the rifle with the Sightmark and the little light on it. Like I said, this is not a bad system. It's very nice. So 8 pounds in its current configuration with the plastic stock. If you upgraded the stock, there's a few companies that make aftermarket stocks for these, or some sort of a chassis. And then, so let's say you added a 4-pound stock to this, then you're talking, you know, if this thing weighs 1.5 pounds, then you're talking adding another 3 pounds to this. So 11 pounds, maybe 12 pounds if you added an aftermarket stock to this thing, which is not a bad weight for and I like heavy rifles. I'm not shy from heavy rifles, because that's what I've dealt with in the military. So, but a 12-pound rifle would not be bad, especially with as much recoil as this has. Now, granted, it does have a muzzle brake, and the muzzle brake is very nice. It did a good job on mitigating a recoil on this. The blast on this was a little more than what I'd like to have on a short barrel gun like this, but it wasn't bad. So, and with it being only 8 pounds, you get more blast, and you get more kind of a push on this thing. So, but it stayed on target fairly well, and and for killing hogs, which is what he wants to use this for, it's going to do a great job. So, and it's a big honking bullet. So the overall, I think this is a great setup for doing hog hunting. All right, so the ammo he gave me was the Hornady Black 450 Bushmaster. It's got a 250 grain FTX bullet. And it's kind of just a big fat pistol cartridge. It's got the Hornady red tip on there for the expanding bullet. So I'm sure it is a bonded bullet, hopefully, being that it's a hunting round, but it may not be. It's not marketed. I don't believe this is marketed as a hunting round, so it may not be bonded, but the tip should give good expansion on this for killing pigs. It should be great. So kind of a honking bullet, but kind of a big fat pistol round. And out of a rifle, it wasn't bad to shoot at all, so very good. My quick little review on the Ruger American Precision, and I'm sorry, it's the Ruger American This is the Ruger American. It's not the American Precision. I'm sorry, I misspoke. But the Ruger American and 450 Bushmaster is wound up being a very nice rifle, especially for the caliber 450, not a light caliber, and shot nicely. Trigger pull is nice, and the sight actually did well. I was actually impressed with how well it did and how easy it was to manage the menu and stuff like that. So anyways, any comments, questions, put them below. And then if you want to see a review on another type of rifle or another type of optic, let me know. I'll reach out, see if I can get somebody to send me some T&E stuff. And Sightmark is here in Texas. So if you buy Sightmark, you're supporting a Texas branded company. Any questions or comments, hit me up, Sean at vttactical.com, and go to my website, Bear Patrol Tactical, vttactical.com. All right, till next time, keep it point of aim, back.